Hello everyone, I am Alka193 and welcome to the Pokemon Vortex Star Wars event Mega Hunt. We have 6 Star Wars Pokemon on Pokemon Vortex. All 6 of them have returned to the game for just this one day. And they've spread out across different maps and people are trying to catch them. And it's laggy as something that's really laggy. When the event started, which has all been like just over 12 hours ago, things were pretty good. There were more people in the different maps where the Star Wars Pokemon spawned, but it was working. Right now, with Europe being in midway afternoon, the entirety of the US having woken up, it's a lot easier and a lot laggier. Pokemon are spawning late, loading into the maps take a lot lower. You can see this person at the bottom there just semi-teleporting and suddenly speeding up. I hope this will go well. This is the best time of day that I can record, so I hope this will work out. I would say, hey, come hunt with me, but the moment you come hunt with me in the same location, that just adds to the lag for both me and you, because there's even more people in that same location. So I can't stop you if you want to like hunt along with me, but I also wouldn't like super recommend it either. So maybe I'll like hunt here and you go hunt in Fungal Cavern or whatever. I intend for this to be a pretty long hunt, although if the lag really gets the best of me in the recording and everything, then I might make it a bit of a shorter one and then just hunt more on my own and let you know in the comments how much I've been able to catch. So far, in the bit of the hunts I've done, I haven't been able to find any legendary, and considering these Star Wars Pokemon appear at legendary rarity, yeah, that doesn't really help. So I'm starting out in Upper Steelmouth, in the abandoned power plant. I was here already anyway to catch Shadow, Alolan, Geodude. I'll just give you a quick update on where I am with those. Because Alolan Geodude appears on the top floor. I need 2 more Shadows. Already did catch 1 Shadow, which I evolved into Golem Alolan. And then the bottom floor, where Voltor BB-8 also appears, has Grimer Alolan. And I caught a few of those. Just need 1 more Shadow and 2 more Shiny. So on both floors, I've been able to add a bit to my Pokedex already, just not with Voltorb. So, let's start. Let's get going. See if you can find the Voltorb that we want. Background music, by the way, provided by Pokestir on YouTube. The P-O-K-E-S-T-I-R. They make a bunch of different Pokemon game remasters and arrangements. And I really like their channel with the music they give. What you'll be hearing throughout this entire video is one of their playlists, which is basically the Sinnoh music from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. A lot of different tunes, not necessarily in the order of the games that you get, like Twin Leaf Town first, and then Route 201, and then Lake Verity, and stuff like that. It's, I think, in order of release from newest to oldest, and it's a big playlist, so we're never going to get even the third into it. Every video is like 4 or 5 minutes long. So you have some time to enjoy the music. Starting with Orberg Mine, now it's Lake Guardians. That was you to the Alolan. Would really like to see a Shadow one of those. Pokemon aren't appearing super slowly. As you can see, the exclamation mark, which signifies, hey, you found a Pokemon, appears a bit behind me. That shows a bit of lag. But it's not as bad as, let's say, being next to Ethnara, and then here is where the exclamation mark above Ethnara shows up. Because I've had that before, that it's that bad. But at least I'm loaded into the map. Because earlier today, there's multiple moments where I just load into a map and I just don't load in. Or sometimes when the game like pauses the map for you for a moment, so you can lower the stress on the map if you, let's say, go into a different tab to maybe look something up on the wiki. Or you want to just find out the Vortex map, how to get from here to Fungal Cavern to find out one of the other Star Wars Pokemon. And then you load back in, and the entire thing is black to walk around a bit and hope you load back in. That's the unfortunate thing about events in Vortex at the moment. What Patrick, I think, has done really well is spread out the Pokemon across the different maps. Every single one of the Star Wars Pokemon appears in at least 2 different maps. A lot of them in 3, Voltor BB-8 in 2, just the upper and lower floors of the abandoned power plant. And by spreading it out, it relieves some stress off the server due to the fact that there's less people on the same like individual map. But there's still a lot of people playing due to the event, which makes a lot of sense. People want this relatively exclusive Pokemon for themselves. They want to catch it for themselves. Potentially they care about the OT, the original trainer, being their own name. They want to be the one that catches it. They don't want to get it via Pokemon or trade. I don't mind how I get it. I just want to complete the Pokedex. Yeah, sure, I guess I prefer my name to be on it over someone else's. So if I have 3 different Charizard and I have a level 36 with my name and 2 level 100s with someone else's name that I might have gotten via trade, I'll keep the one with my name and trade the others away. Because I also don't really care about XP. But if the only way, if like I don't have a Charizard and I want to get a Charizard, I don't mind getting it via Pokebay, via trade, and having someone else's name on it. I don't have a problem with that. Now, I do recall, and I'm pretty sure I checked and mentioned this last week in a Vortex video somewhere, that I did already have the normals of all the Pokemon. Actually, I can check that within the tab. So we're looking for BB-8 now. Also BB-8, for which I only have a normal. Previous was Barbaracle, I believe. Don't tell me this is loading slowly as well. Okay, so I got Barbaracle. Then there was Scrafty had a version, for which I have Standard and Shadow. Pikachu had one. Pikachu Jedi, for which I only have Standard. Cubone, I think, was the first one that was released. Or the second one. I think it might have been either the first or second one. Pikachu and Cubone were the first 2. That was a cool one. So I have Dark and Normal, but I remember Dark being the first one that I got, I'm pretty sure. And I used that one for a bit in, like, I think that this was during the time I still did playthrough videos. Like, standard, like, playing through the game videos, and I used, Dark Cubone Vader. And I called it Dark Vader. Which makes sense, like, Dark Vader. What was the other one? Oh, Jar Jar. Psyduck. I have a normal and a shiny version, yeah. So yeah, I have the standard version of all of them. If I get more, then I don't need them for my Pokedex, so then they will go either up for trade or to Pokebay. So if you want one of those Pokemon, looking on Pokebears, things like that would help. Also, I already had a Dark Geodude Alolan, but because I'm in the Alola side quests and it takes a long time to get there, I feel like they're relatively hard to obtain, relatively rare, that it's worth it, at least for the Alolan forms. I get the various varieties, your Darks, your Shinies, and things like that. And trade them. I've been playing Pokemon Vortex a bit more regularly again. Obviously, I'll play it most today for the event. In a couple of days, there'll be another event coming, in which case, I guess I'll make another video on that. Something about Meloetta, but more details are to come for that in the near future. I'm focusing on the Star Wars event today. And I was yeah, I just already forgot my train of thought what I was saying 15 seconds ago. I'm still working on the Pokedex. So someone else recently, like, what is your goal now? It's the same as it was last year and the year before. Complete the Pokedex. It's a slow process, but I'm doing a bit of progress every time I play Vortex. Maybe not like every time I log on, because sometimes there's a month, maybe even 2 months that I log on just to get the daily reward, and then that's it. But when I play, generally I do hunts, I try to at least get some Pokemon to fill up that Pokedex. What I might do soon, outside of this event now, and then the Meloetta event in a couple of days, I do some more Pokemon evolving. As you can see, if we look at the... let's use Muck and Grimer as the example here, and same for Geodude. I immediately evolved the Geodude to Golem, and the Shadow Grimer had to Muck Alolan, so that when I encounter either Geodude or Grimer Alolan in the wild again, I'll remember, hey, I need to catch it. The reason I haven't done that with Meowth Alolan is because that's a happiness evolution. And the reason I haven't done that with Sandshrew Alolan is because it needs an Ice Stone and they're hard to obtain. But so that's only from Alola side quest and it's a chance, or you get it from the season shop. So I just get duplicates of the Sandshrew and Vulpix and then eventually evolve them. But a lot of Pokemon I have evolved to the final stage so that when I randomly find, let's say earlier I think I found like a Mystic Trubbish in the bottom floor. There's Trubbish in the bottom floor of the power plant. And I didn't have that one yet because the Pokeball symbol wasn't there, so I knew to catch it. And then I checked both Trubbish and Garbodor and I had all of them. So that was the final one I needed for the full set of both. But if I wouldn't have, let's say I would have had my old Mystic Trubbish and I would have never evolved that to Mystic Garbodor, I wouldn't have caught that Mystic Trubbish because I already had it. And then much later on, when I would actually get around to evolving those Pokemon, I'd still need to then go hunt for a Mystic Trubbish. So by evolving them to their final stage for as far as I need it for the Pokedex, I would know then if I find a Pokemon in the wild that I should catch it. For another example, if I have, let's say 3 Geodude, let's say I don't have any Geodude, Golem, or Graveler, and I catch 2 Geodude, I would evolve one into Golem because I need it for the Pokedex, and then the second one would only evolve to Graveler because I don't need Golem for the Pokedex anymore. So that way I have both Graveler and Golem in the Pokedex. And then if I encounter another Geodude, I know, hey, I should go catch a Geodude. Now, Geodude, I'm in normal conditions outside of events like this. I might catch more Geodude anyway. Look at the amount of people here. I might catch more Geodude anyway because it is an immunity Pokemon. It is a Pokemon with an immunity because it's a ground type. It's immune to electric moves, which makes it easier for training. And as you might know, that outside of a bunch of Pokemon that I don't have yet, also there's more lag here, so I'm going back to the top floor. Outside of Pokemon that I don't have yet, because that helps with my Pokedex, outside of events, I also try to catch all immunity Pokemon that are level 6, because they can instantly be taken to level 100 against a training account. Whether that's I save them for like extra money or XP events, or I use them for seasonals again when I want to do that in the future. I probably will do that at some point, but I don't want to spend that much time on Vortex. I enjoy Pokemon Vortex, but I really feel like it was designed well as a you just played a little bit every day game, or whenever you really feel like it. And I feel like I'm one of the main Pokemon Vortex YouTubers in terms of the ones that make content for it, especially informative content. That is something I like to do. That's like in my soul, I guess, in my blood, however you want to call that. But I forgot my train of thought again. I make informative content. What did I say before that? Help me. Music isn't helping. What did I say before that? Don't remember. I was being sidetracked of myself. I just added a little bit of information. Oh yeah, I'd like to make some informative content, and I play it occasionally. That is the way I like to play. Sometimes I don't feel like playing for a month or 2 months, which is why before last week-ish, there hadn't been a Vortex video for like since December, I think. Which is yes, Shatter Geodude Alolan. It's not the Star Wars Pokemon I'm looking for, but I need this one. Lag, give this one to me. Yes. I wanted this one. And even though it's a Star Wars event, we are trading this. Just get in the dang ball. Great ball then. Ultra Ball? Thank you. We are quickly going to train this, and then I might actually change to a different area. Not because I'm not interested in Volt or BB-8 anymore, but just because I want to hunt in some different areas, and I think that'd be interesting. Alolan. Maybe I should just do Shadow Geodude. Maybe if I spell it correctly. Alka spell! There we go. Now, as you can see, if we go to Alolan here, things are immediately faster because it's not on the map anymore. I say that as it loads a bit slower. Just need to go to Graveler. Just need to take the level 25. That doesn't take a very long time. Put Ace up front. Another advantage of, like... I try to use my Shiny Fearow to help with Pokemon that don't have an immunity. But if I just quickly want to train one Pokemon, then having Ace with me, which I normally just have to take hits from things like legendary and like rare encounters in the wild that I don't want to use the Master Ball on. But because it has immunity itself and it can hit ghosts and psychics really well, I can just do this. La 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 la. That's how we do it. Shadow Geodude Alolan evolves. And as you can see in the Alolan Pokedex, we only need Shadow Geodude anymore. So that way, I'll probably be catching it anyway because of the reasoning I explained earlier. But this way, just to make sure I do indeed catch it. And it might trigger me a bit more. But maybe at some point I'll decide, I'm not going to catch the variants of the different Alolan Pokemon, of the different Alolan forms. And then I might not get triggered by the fact that, hey, there's a Pokeball already on it, and then I don't catch it. But because there's no Pokeball, that's a trigger for me. And the trigger happens quickly enough that I stop walking, hit the spacebar to initiate the battle. In case you didn't know this, by the way, I didn't know this when I started playing. You don't have to click on the battle button with your mouse to start up the battle. Now I did that with for this random Rattata here. But if I just start the next encounter and let's say I want to fight this level 14 Rattata, hit the spacebar. That also initiates the battle, and that's quicker for me and it's a little simpler. Also, I don't actually want to fight it with Scorcher. Can you just take out Scorcher? Actually, I'm going to log out now because Scorcher's going to get XP. Unless I catch this one. I don't want Scorcher to get XP because I like Pants here at level 19 exactly, because that has the moves and, well, the moves the way I have it now, and the damage output that I really like for hunting. So even though I'm not going to do anything with it, I guess I'll sell it on Pokebay. Even though it's just a level 14 Rattata, I probably won't sell, but if you want a Rattata that I caught during the video, then here you go. Just to make sure that I don't get the... that's it. I don't get the XP because I really want to keep the Scorcher at level 19. I said I might go to a different area, so I will. Luckily, if I go outside, there is an area just north. Well, actually, all around Upper Steelmouth. If I just check on the map, if Upper Steelmouth, almost in the middle of the map, to the left is Route 12, to the right is Route 10, and to the north is Route 11, which is all of the places where Pikachu Jedi shows up. And this is what happens if you tab out. I can walk around, I'm pretty sure. And sometimes it just loads in, and sometimes it doesn't. I think even here, even though there's not as many people on the general Upper Steelmouth map, it's still slower. Because there is more stress on the server. I'm gonna go north, because once I'm done with Route 11 with Pikachu Jedi, I can go north to Nightshade, and in the Nightshade Crypt is Cubone Vader. Next to Nightshade is Fungal Cavern, where Barbarical Grievous is. So I might just go on for all 4 of them. Let's see how many people are hanging around here. Decent amount. Bit bigger map, bit more spread. I'm gonna hang around here. Oh, Shiny Squirtle. Already have it, but it's a level 6 and it's a level 6 immunity. Actually, I shouldn't be catching it. Like normally I would for things like potential seasonal for the later or EXP money event. Or if I just want some quick money if I run out, not that I'm low in money anyway, like I'm near the top 100 right now in richest users. I was well into the top 100 richest users. The only reason I'm not anymore right now is because I hadn't played Vortex regularly for a couple months, just because I didn't feel like it. And that should be okay. But I'll probably get back in there once I just do a little bit of immunity trading. I did sell a Sylveon avatar for $1 million Pokédollars. That went for a lot. I just put it up for 25,000 as I do with any of the avatars normally that I put up. But I had a duplicate Sylveon avatar. People really wanted the Sylveon avatar. There were 5-6 people bidding over each other at the start. And then there was one person at some point was like, 1 million! And that stayed the top bid. And then there's a 10% that goes off. That goes to Pokébay. But 900,000 still to me. So that got me a lot of money. That's nice. Assuming you're watching this video on the 4th of May, like on the day that it comes out, let me know how many of the Star Wars Pokemon did you have before the event, and how much have you caught during the event now? Even if, let's say, you're looking for a Voltor BB-8, but you already had a standard one. Well, you already had a standard one, and you catch another standard one. That might still be worth it for like a trade or whatever, because they're, as I mentioned at the start, relatively exclusive. The Star Wars Pokemon might come back again next year during May the 4th. I don't know. If anyone's willing to help me complete the Pokédex for these events, that is appreciated. You do not have to, but I have plenty of different Pokemon for trade. I guess now that I'm mentioning it, I'll just show you a bit of what I have. I have loads, like a bunch of pretty regular Pokemon like Altaria, Alakazam, Arcanine, Beartic, this Azelf, the Reggies, a bunch of legendaries, a few Megas. As you can see, a lot of ones that aren't Shadow or Shiny, but a bunch of Darks as well, including Dark Legendaries, Dark Standards like Rhyhorn, some Stardust like Superior, multiple Shaman, Suicune. So there won't be many events Pokemon, because event Pokemon are obviously the hardest one to obtain. They have a harder one to get duplicates of, and I'm not going to trade something away if I only have one of it, because then that removes it from my Pokedex. Because that's how the Pokedex in this game works. But I have a bunch of different Pokemon, rare ones, easy to get ones, Megas, things you can help me trade. If you want to gift it to me, that has happened before. I'm not asking for it whatsoever. But because people have wanted to do it in the past, because I'll mention it. There's a bunch of very simple to catch Pokemon, things like a Rhyhorn, the Pichu, a Drifloon, a Rattata maybe, that you can just offer on. Or if you maybe, oh yeah, I want a Dark Moltres for all the things that I'm giving you, offer in the Dark Moltres. Generally, I would say Pokemon that I already have, I don't care as much about, and they have a lot lower value to me personally. Which is true if you want to do a standard trade. I definitely am mostly looking for Pokemon I do not have yet. If you have Discord and you're in the Pokemon Vortex Discord, you can, in that Vortex Discord, go to the bot commands channel and type !missing, a space, and then my username, which is Alka1993. And then the bot will give you an exact list of whatever Pokemon I'm still missing at that time. So every Pokemon that isn't in the Pokédex. Which is still quite a lot, even though I have well over half of the Pokemon that exist in the game. Let's actually check. If we go to Global Top Trainers, I feel like I'm in the top 100 of it. Unique Pokemon. Yeah, I have 5,163 unique Pokemon. And they're like 7,200, 400 something, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I'm high up there. I'm 89th in that list. But there's still, that means, over 2,000 Pokemon that I don't have. A lot of them event stuff, but also some standard ones. Like I might not have a Dark Shedinja or a Shiny Drifblim. But a bunch of event stuff, premium Pokemon especially, that I don't have yet. Which I'm still looking for, so I try to catch them myself. Evolve into them, and sometimes I get them via trade, sometimes I look for them in Pokébay. I think earlier today, well, it feels like yesterday for me because it was before I went to bed, but I went to bed right after the event started. I did From like I made some bids on Pokebay and a few different Alolan forms. Mostly Grimer, I think. Like a few different Grimers to fill, mostly fill out that. Although I still need the shinies. Ooh, Mystic Honedge doesn't have the Pokeball symbol. I probably don't have that one. Yay. Now let's actually see Honedge and Aegislash. We'll just go to the Kalos one, because Honedge isn't too far into the Pokedex. Bunch of Flabébé Floettes, though. It takes a while to get to it. Alright, let's see. Both Mystic and Shadow Honedge could use an evolution. So Mystic and Shadow, 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 that is Shadow, Mystic, 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 Mystic. I repeat it in my head to remember it better. Mystic, 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 Mystic. There we go. Doesn't need to go to 35, but this is an immunity Pokemon, so that shouldn't be too hard. Doesn't come with a steel move, so I'll go with Ghost. Train Ghost? Or was it Type Ghost? Yeah, because it's Train Dark and then Type for everything else. There's some like training Groudon for ground that I've often used. I just didn't remember for a second. This is just a quick evolution so that I remember when I see another Shadow or Mystic Honedge in the future, that I know to catch it. Because I caught the Mystic Honedge, even though it's an immunity Pokemon. So if it would have been level 6 and it wasn't an event, I would have caught it anyway because it has immunity. But if it wouldn't have been, I would have caught it anyway because I don't have it for the Pokedex yet. But if I would have encountered a Shadow Honedge instead of that Mystic Honedge, I wouldn't have caught it because it has the Pokeball symbol. Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone with my hand. Hope it wasn't too loud. But that if I would have encountered a Shadow Honedge, I wouldn't have caught it. But now, by evolving that Shadow Honedge, because I became aware of it, that I still had that, that's why it's good to check occasionally. And evolving it, the next time I see a Shadow Honedge or another Mystic Honedge, because I'm evolving that one too, I know to catch it again. And then, much later, when I get around to the Honedge evolutionary line, just for evolving and catching them again, I know I have to catch. I don't have to hunt for another Shadow, because I might have already caught another one. Ooh, old Chateau music while I'm training ghost types. Pretty appropriate. Although this was the end of the tune, though. Was it? It was not. I can do it a lot louder, but I want to scare the rest of the house. I can do a really good evil laugh, I feel like. I like doing it. Alright, so we evolve the Honedge. Let's just check the Kalos Pokedex here. Oop. There we go, they're all as low as they can go. Actually, no, Shield. I didn't think about Shield. So both the Mystic and the Shadow can evolve to Aegislash Shield. Do I have Dusk Stone? I think I have enough Dusk Stones. Yeah, I've caught a lot of all the Evolution Stones. Now they're good, because they're as low to the bottom as possible. So I need 2 more Shinies, 2 more Mystic, and 2 more Shadows for Honedge. So we bring Scorch back. We bring Trash back. And we'll go back to trying to find Pikachu. I do really hope I actually find one. Because most events that I do these videos for, and I do a hunt, I hunt for maybe half an hour and I don't find it. This is more of a mega hunt, so I'm trying to find at least one legendary, but with the legendary rates being lower, that I feel like the legendary in Ultimate Base races must be lower than in V4, because I don't remember them being this hard to find. They're still very rare, so I'm okay with them being really rare and really hard to find. But they're really rare. That reminds me, I think last year somewhere I did a live stream where I hunted for Necrozma. Because for some reason Necrozma over all the other ones was more wanted. I guess that might make sense because Necrozma with Prismatic Laser deals so much damage. Especially if a Dark Necrozma. That's really useful for side quests. Maybe that's why Necrozma is more wanted than any of the other Ultra Beasts. But there was like kind of a hype for about a month, maybe a bit over a month, that so many people wanted to hunt Necrozma and were looking for people to hunt Necrozma with, even though that didn't improve their chances whatsoever. They just wanted to have the idea that they were doing it with someone. So I guess I decided to jump on that hype train a little bit and hunt for a Necrozma in a live stream. I think I did that for over 2 hours. I never found one. During that, I'm pretty sure I didn't find a Necrozma, and I said initially at the start of the live stream that I'm going to keep streaming until I find one. Unless it's too long. I can imagine myself having said that. And I just didn't find one. But I said, I promise I will come back with this hunt in the future at some point. I never said when in the future. So that could still be in 5 years from now if Vortex is still around by that point. I hope it. It's a fun game to play. But, you know, it is something I've been thinking about. Also, I'm getting a Discord message, but I am not gonna open my Discord while I'm recording. Because that either shows potentially sensitive information, or I have to cut something out from the recording, and I prefer to just not do that. I like this too. Stark Mountain. I can just open, if I just start up my phone, I can open Discord on that. Read the messages. I feel like I know who it's from. Pretty likely. Look at the little ghostly effect of Stark Mountain. Paying attention to my phone while it's starting up, but also making sure I don't miss a Pikachu. Watch one of you in chat or in the comments later, like once this is all just a standard video on YouTube. You're like, oh my god, you missed that Pikachu and you didn't see it, and or much earlier I had a Voltor BB-8, so maybe the 2nd minute of this recording. Maybe the 5th minute, because I did a few minutes of talking at first, I think. Oh my god, you missed it. Why didn't you catch it? Sorry, I don't think I saw any one of them. Let's see who the messages are from. Yep, they were from who I thought it was. You are really jumping around. Like it's not that laggy. I'm getting the encounters pretty quickly, so that's good. Maybe because his map is bigger, Even though there might be more... I feel like there are more people on this map than there was, at least in the upper floor of the abandoned power plant. But maybe because the map itself is bigger, there's less people on screen at a time, it works better. I'm not really sure. Then again, you could consider the other map to be as big, there's just more black stuff around it with nothing that people can't access. I'll just put my phone here. A few more minutes really looking for Pikachu, and then I want to at least spend a few minutes looking for both Cubone and Barbaracle. I'm still going to hunt for all 6 of them by myself to give myself a chance to find all 4 of them. It's not like after this, I'm ending this. I'm going to stop hunting because I do want them just for myself because I feel exclusive. It feels fun to want to get them, but I want to complete the Pokédex. I mentioned it multiple times already. I want to complete the Pokédex, and that includes getting some of these. And even if here I would find a Pikachu Jedi, a standard one that I already have, I could still use it for a trade, and it'll be pretty valuable. I can either get another Star Wars event Pokemon for it, maybe something completely different that I still need. Or I can get some money off it for Pokébay, and then I can buy that. I have so much money in terms of in-game currency. But I haven't really done too much with them. Lately I've been using a bit more for Pokébay. But the longer I wait, the more exactly I can get things. Because let's say I bid on some of the Alolan Grimers to get the different variants to complete that set for Alolan Grimer, Alolan Muck. But if I then hunt for Filter BB-8 in the bottom floor and I get a metallic Alolan Grimer that I just bid on, then in some way that's a waste of money. Even though I then might be able to sell it again myself, will I be able to sell it for as much money as I bid on it for? So the longer I wait, the more chance I won't waste my money. But then also the longer it takes to really fill the Pokédex. So lately I've been spending a bit more. Not like the standard, but let's say I'm still missing a shiny Greedent or something. I'm not going to spend much on that. It's the Alolan forms because they're a bit more harder to get because it's only an Alolan. And I kind of want to I really want to get out of the Alolan side quest. Not just because the updates that were added to side quest rewards recently. So not really because of that, even though there is more stuff for that. I want to get into Sinnoh maybe to figure that out. But in a sense, maybe it's a good thing that I'm not in the Sinnoh side quest right now because I haven't played Legends Arceus. I don't know much about the Pokemon and different forms, whatever, in that at all. I just know there's new stuff. And I'm going to start playing Legends Arceus in a couple of weeks. Once I've played through that entire game, that's when I'll actually start looking into the details of it. Of how it really works in Pokemon Vortex. And then I'll make some multiple coverage videos, like hunt videos, whatever, on it as well. With the comments and the rares and whatever it is, really, because I don't even know what's in it. There's a reason when, I think it was 2 days ago, when I made a Vortex video about the most recent content update with the Hisui stuff. I just said, okay, this seems like a list of Hisui stuff from Legends Arceus. I'm not going to read it, you go read it, and then I read the rest. Because I don't want to know about any even names of Legends Arceus stuff, because I don't want to know what Pokemon exist. I want to find out by myself during gameplay, because that is the way I like to play. That makes it most exciting for me. So just like I made the request in that video, I request that here in chats, in comments, in any video, even if it's a Battle Revolution video that's coming out tomorrow, that I already have scheduled, don't give me any Legends Arceus spoilers whatsoever. I really don't want it. Please allow me to experience that by myself when I first play the game. Even if it's a few months after release. That is how I choose to do it. And I have said already, people have asked about it. Once I have played through the game, so in a couple weeks' time, I will start making content about it. In Nightshade Crypt, there should be Cubone Vader. I'll check to be sure on the details. Yeah, Route 21 on the grass day and night. It's all day and night, so I don't have to worry about that. Nightshade Crypt does have Cubone Vader. Nightshade Crypt is one map, and it is decently far away from Route 21. So we'll see how many people do Nightshade Crypt. Nightshade Crypt is a pretty big event that I think was introduced in the Halloween event about 1.5 years ago. So let's see how many people are hanging around here. Trying to find Cubo Invader. Lots. Yeah. Big map. You don't get the idea that it's as busy. But it is very busy. And look how long it takes for me to get an encounter. So yeah, I'm not hunting here because it takes way too long to get an encounter. Although that last one wasn't too bad. Let's see how Fungal Cavern is for Barbarical Grievous. I'm not sure how long I've been going with this. Quite a long time, probably. I'm gonna check Fungal Cavern. 3 maps, pretty close together. All of them should have Barbarical Grievous. It lists only 1, but Fungal Cavern has 3 floors. Actually, no, that's the other cave that has 3 floors. Fungal Cavern might only have 2. It's the Granite Cave that is the 3, top, bottom, and lava floor. No, Fungal Cavern I think has 3. Nightshade 1, Nightshade entrance, Red Rust Canyon entrance, and then the bottom floor with the water. Alolan, oh yeah, Alolan Diglett's here. How is it? Okay, so it's not. It's general lag because there's not a lot of people on this map here, and it's still very slow. Yeah, so I'm gonna check how many of Diglett Alolan that I have. I already have completed that set, yeah. So I'll probably, if I can't find any Star Wars Pokemon in this event, oh, at least during this recording, I mean, then that's unfortunate. I will be keeping looking by myself. I will likely look for more Volter BB-8 because, as I mentioned before, that is whether if I stay in the top floor of the abandoned power plant, there's Alolan Geodude there, and I need 1 more Shadow Alolan Geodude for my Pokedex. Or I could go to the bottom floor where Volter BB-8 also spawns, or should, hopefully, because I haven't seen one yet, but where it should also be available. And then I can get myself the Shiny and Shadow Alolan Grimer. Hey, you have the same skin! You also look like Teacher. I am Teacher Auka. Hello. I am Teacher Auka. How you doing? I teach people about how to be patient. About finding Star Wars Map server will reboot. Okay. Reboot in 10 seconds, but... Alright. Interesting. I don't think I've seen this before while I was playing. So this could mean there's just a general refresh of the server? To help against... Why am I here? Why did I spawn here? I was in Fungal Cavern. Was this a few minutes in the works? And you spawn where the game remembers you being a couple minutes ago? I was in a completely different place. I have visual proof of this. Not that I really mind it. I could just walk there. It's like Fungal Cavern where I was is 2 maps away. I could just walk through Nightshade. But that was a little weird. I feel like that might have just been a general server refresh to help with the stresses on the server. Potentially also, I should check the Vortex Discord. Something was added. And there's some more maps where they appear. Because Patrick did say if there's a lot of server stress and there's a bunch of lag and performance issues, we might add more maps where the different Pokemon appear. We're not going to remove any of them. So just to be sure, I'm going to check the Vortex Discord. Is it going to be... Let's see. I have been searching for 2 hours for this stupid Voltorb. Dang it, where the heck is it? Did the maps crash? It says map offline. When the event started, I could Pikachu Jedi in 15 minutes. And then someone goes, if it's in Fortnite, it's cringe. Yay for cringe. Anyway, I wasn't looking for Pikachu anymore. I'll probably spend a few more minutes looking for Barbarical, and then I've probably gone for almost an hour. And I think that's enough. Even if I haven't found anything, which I find really unfortunate, but I gave it a try. And this just shows how rare legendary encounters are. It can take a very long time to find them. It's possible you find 3 of them within 5 minutes. It's possible you find a lot less in an hour. So I would like to thank everyone for watching this, for potentially hunting along. Were you in the same area that I was for a lot of this? Were you hunting in different parts? How many of these Star Wars Pokemon do you have so far in terms of this event caught today? And what have you looking for? Maybe you're only interested in Scrafty Akbar, or only Pikachu Jetta, or you really like Psyduck. You went for Psyduck Jar Jar. There was someone that I believe asked me to find a Psyduck Jar Jar for them. Unfortunately, I haven't found one yet. I will go to hunt for Psyducks in their spot later. I want to give every area a shot. But so far I haven't found any, so I'm not promising I will catch any one of them for you. If I do, it's probably going to be up for trade or something like that, or Pokebay. Yeah, thanks for everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for your comments. If you have anything you want to just mention about the Star Wars events in general, what kind of events are you hoping will make a return? Ones that you know of that have happened in the past, whether you've participated in them or you came in later and you just know about them. And what are things that maybe haven't happened yet that you will hope will happen in the future, whether realistic or not? I suppose more like realistic things, but if you have a really unrealistic idea that you personally would just really like to see, just let me know. I like the interesting ideas. So what events would you like to see in Vortex in the future? I'm not really sure what I'd like to see. I'd like to know how... I'd like to see Gigantamax being made available. I feel like the way that would happen is via Max Soup. Like, Max Soup becomes an item, but it becomes a pretty hard one to get and to obtain. But then, let's say you put in a Venusaur, you get Venusaur Gigantamax. You put in a Machamp, you get Machamp Gigantamax, stuff like that. So Max Soup would be a hard thing to obtain. Maybe it's added to Season Shop, but then there's already so much in Season Shop. So I'm not really sure yet how to obtain it, but I feel like that's the most likely way Gigantamax would be introduced, via the Max Soup as an evolution item. And that's just how all the Gigantamax ones evolve. Outside of maybe a few Gigantamax that maybe you get in a different way. Maybe raid battles in some way become a thing and then you catch it. I don't know. I don't know enough about programming to know if that can even be a thing in any way, shape, or form. But going by the mechanics that Vortex has already, the simplest way would just be Max Soup as an evolution item, and then probably make that one pretty hard to obtain, or it takes a while to get to it. That's what I can think of.
Who pinged me in Discord? Oh no, it was a standard one.
Thanks for being here for the video, for this very long one. Thanks for being patient with me trying to find these Star Wars Pokemon that haven't appeared. Sometimes you just don't have that luck. I appreciate you all coming out though and chatting with me. I will see you all next time tomorrow again, a Pokemon Battle Revolution video. If you didn't realize, I've uploaded videos on my YouTube channel daily for a long time now. Every second day there's a Pokemon Battle Revolution video, and in the days in between I fill it with other things. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is the main one, but Vortex can fit that slot. A vlog, if I decided to upload it, can fit that slot. Anything else, any other gameplay thing, like a couple weeks ago did a Digimon Cyber Sleuth video. That can be in there. But every day there is a new video. I try to schedule videos at least a couple of days in advance so that you know what's coming. Although, even until the day itself, it can move. For example, for 2 days ago, when I uploaded the Vortex video where I did the announcement for the content update, and I talked a bit about that. Originally, I had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video planned for that day. However, the day before that, so I think May 1st, was when the content update suddenly came in. It was a pretty big surprise. And I wanted to cover that as soon as possible. So then I did that, but then with Battle Revolution always being on every second day, that had to move the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video backwards. It said May 4th, but May 4th was today for the Star Wars events, and I knew I would have that Star Wars video today for Vortex. So the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video that I had planned for May the 2nd is now scheduled for May the 6th. That's how I can move stuff around. Battle Revolution should just stay the same. Normally they go live at 6 PM my time, although it can be a little earlier or a little bit later, more likely, depending on my schedule, so I can actually be there for the premiere. But that is what you can expect from my channel. If there's something specific you would like to see from my channel, please let me know. In terms of Pokemon Battle Revolution, if there's specific Pokemon or teams you would like to see me use, or Colosseums you would like to see me battle in, let me know that in the separate comments under one of the Battle Revolution videos, preferably a recent one, so that way it's easiest for me to find it again. I hope you enjoy that video. Hope there's probably more Vortex coming in the near future. So I hope you're looking forward to that. It's not going to be every 2 days. It's not going to be every week. But more Vortex is to come, because I do still like playing the game. I still like covering the game. Sometimes I just want to take a bit of a break from it because I'm not as interested. And I feel like I should be able to do that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.